Hey guys, I'm back again. This time bringing you Bleach chapter 586, the Headless Star 5. How many more chapters is it gonna take until we get to the Headless Star 10, or at least a different title? But, yeah. This is once again another short chapter, which is really starting to grind my gears. I mean, yeah, it's Bleach and all, but I really do want the plot to pick up the pace, like stop stalling. Seriously. Alright, so the Shinigami and the Stern Reachers are confronting with each other. Basby, since he learned that none of them are the special war forces, he's like, screw this, and he summons his crossbow. It's been a while since I've seen a sorry, it's been a while since I saw a Quincy using a crossbow. I think I saw one using it in a Bounce arc one time, but I think Basby's like the first canon character to use a crossbow. But yeah, he didn't even actually use it because Ikaku comes in right from above and uses his Hozuki Maru to try to smash him into the ground, but he actually misses. So Basby tries to fire one of his Quincy arrows, but it gets encased in ice by Sodeno Shirayuki, courtesy of Rukia. Although I don't get why she couldn't like use the ice to try to freeze Basby, but since Basby was able to free himself from Hyoinmaru's ice, it might be different from Sodeno Shirayuki, but we still don't know. Maybe it won't, maybe it will, who knows. You know what? I really forgot to point this out in my previous chapter review, but Ikaku, Yumichika, and Shuhei better redeem themselves after they got their asses kicked by Masked and Masculine. Especially Shuhei, since we still haven't seen his Bankai yet. So, Lil Total, I think that's her name. It's kind of hard to remember all the female Stern Reachers' names. I think that's her name. Lil Total suggests that they should not screw around and finish the Shinigami off right away. So they activate their full stand eggs. We don't get to see every single person's full stand egg, but we get to see we get to see Inspector Quincy Gordon, whose full stand egg we did see before, back when he fought against Shunsui. He was the one that actually shot him in the eye. I remember that. Basby's um Basby's Volständig is just like meh to me. I mean, his wings are just straight lines. And we see everyone's Volständig. Well, Nanana's was covered, so we didn't actually see his. And Pepe, it didn't look like he had a Volständig. I mean, he didn't even have like a halo on his eye. In fact, I think his Volständig was the freaking disc that he was flying with. I don't know, but he didn't activate Volständig. Um, Menenas's Volständig, her wings are heart-shaped. They're just hearts, and which, okay, sure, why not? I mean, yeah. As for Lil Toto's designs, I think her wings look like teeth. I'm not sure, but the only Stern Reacher that we didn't actually see in this title page, which actually looks pretty cool, by the way, we don't get to see Giselle. Where is she? I mean, maybe she's just in the background saying, screw it, I don't want to activate my Volständig, it's too troublesome. Or something like that. But I am curious. I'm actually hoping that in the next chapter we actually get to see the Shinigami versus the Stern Reachers. I really do want to see that fight. But it's 6-on-8, so they have like two more. They need like two more characters for the Shinigami side. Which at first I thought it was going to be Yachiru and Kenpachi, but Kenpachi's still injured on the ground, and Yachiru is still nowhere to be seen. I'm hoping Kubo will get back to that because that's still a bit of a mystery. My problem is with the chapter is that there was very little action at all. In fact, most of this chapter was about Ichigo confronting Uryuu. Yes, he actually learned that Uryuu has sided himself with Yuhabak and the rest of the Stern Reachers, which which, by the way, I don't get why Bach told Ichigo that they were going to invade the Soul King's palace. I mean, why not just go right away? But I think he just wanted to rub it in Ichigo's face, since he was the one that gave them the opening to get to the Soul King's palace. So good job, Ichigo. Um, Now I did like the way of how Ichigo actually learned that Uryuu was has joined himself with Yual and the rest of the Stern Reachers because this giant Quincy arrow lance thing gets launched towards Ichigo, but Ichigo blocks it with one of his Zanpakuto blades, and that is when he gets the reveal uh, that Uryuu is with him. I'm still not getting Uryuu's deal at this point. I know that he's joining them just so that he can kill Yuha to avenge the death of his mother. Well, at least that's what Hashfault said in one of the previous chapters. But if this is some elaborate plan so that he can kill Yuha, then then I guess that would make sense, but he's kind of acting like Sasuke back in part 1 when he left to join with Orochimaru, which is actually kind of funny if you think about it, since both the voice actors for Uryuu, since both voices of Uryuu and Sasuke are voiced by the same voice actor. Yeah, so Uryuu actually tells Ichigo to leave, and that it's not within him to stop Yuha, which he refers to as his majesty. It seems that he has accepted his fate or something, or maybe he's got another trick up his sleeve. I really, really want to know what's going on with Uryuu right now, because I know he's not a traitor. He's trying to be like the new Gin in this, probably. Uryuu actually tells Ichigo to leave before he throws his life away. So he's trying to get Ichigo to not follow them, to actually stay out of it so that he wouldn't die. But throughout the rest of the chapter, it's basically Ichigo just asking Uryuu, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why are you with Yuha?" and all that. It should have been a bit shorter, if you ask me. I mean, it didn't really have to extend that long, but at least we get to see Uryuu using his Quincy bow and arrow. I think this is his sixth one, his sixth new one, or is it his seventh? If you count the one he used in the Bound arc, plus the one he used during the Fullbringer arc, that was a new one, a miniature one. I think that's his like sixth, or is it fifth? Fifth, sixth, or seventh. I mean, he's gone through a lot of Quincy bow and arrows, and he actually used the technique Leech Rangen, which I remembered he used that against Ukiura in the Bleach anime, but that didn't really work. Now, I thought Ichigo was going to block them with like a crisscross with the Getsuga Jujisho or a Getsuga Tensho, a bigger one, but no, it's actually Orihime and it's actually Orihime using her Shinshin Rika to deflect the Leech Rengen, and yeah, her and Chad have finally returned, and it's about goddamn time. I mean, they entered right through the Garganta, and they actually have new outfits. Chad's outfit actually looks pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. Orihime's outfit, on the other hand, looks kind of like her Las Noches outfit, but more revealing because it's actually revealing more on her boobs and more on her stomach, which is actually something I wasn't expecting, considering that her outfits don't really reveal a lot. But since this is the final arc, I guess she's like, I guess Kubo's like, screw it. One thing to point out, she's got like big hairpins on her hair. I'm not sure if that's her actual hairpins, but I don't think it is. I think it's just probably designs for her hair or something, but they look like the same designs as her hairpins, which begs the question, are those where her Shinshin Rika reside, or does she have her hairpins somewhere else? I'm not sure. I honestly want to know what was going on with Orihime and Chad. I know that they were like training and preparing themselves for the Quincy invasion, but we didn't actually learn what they were doing this whole time. We didn't actually see what they were doing, but we knew that Urahara was conducting some research on something. I think it was the Quincy Medallion. I mean, that's what he was doing. And somebody had to activate that Garganta. I mean, Urahara couldn't because he went ahead back to the Serete, to give them all the Quincy poisoning pills. So somebody had to activate that Garganta. So I'm really hoping that they brought with them an Arrancar Hollow army, because that would be really great, because there are a couple of Arrancars that we know that are still alive. But if there is no Hollow Arrancar army, then please let it be Grimmjow, because come on, bring back Grimmjow already. We know he's back. We know he's alive. So please, come on. If not, then I'll be fucking pissed. I will be seriously pissed if Chad and Orihime are the only people who are there. Another thing to point out, another thing I want to say, I really hope that these two do not get the shaft, unlike the Fullbringer arc, because the second half of the Fullbringer arc was not that great, and they got pushed aside, even though they were finally back after this 17-month time skip, and we were supposed to see, oh, what new powers that they have learned during that time skip, but we only saw like Orihime's new technique, which I forgot what it was called, god damn it. And as for Chad, he didn't seem that he changed as much in terms of power, strength, or anything. So then, and of course, they had to be pushed aside because the Shinigami had to come back during the Fullbringer arc. But I'm getting off topic. I just hope that if these two are going to be joining themselves again with the Shinigami to fight against the Stern Reachers, I want to see them kick some ass. Seriously, like show some new powers that they have learned. Show them what they've been doing in Hueco Mundo. And speaking of Hueco Mundo, since the Vandenreich Palace disappeared, does this mean Haribel is free, or is he or she with the Vandenreich Palace that was teleported? That actually entered into the Serete. I'm still wondering about that. Okay, I've been harping on. And okay, you know what the weird thing is about this one? Uryuu was able to talk to Ichigo, but he didn't even say anything to Chad or Hime. It's like they're chopped liver or something. It's like Yuha asks him if he said his goodbyes, and he's like, yeah. He didn't even say anything to Chad or Hime. What the hell? So yeah. With that being said, Ichigo just watches Yuha, Hashfault, and Uryuu enter into the Pillar of Light as they're teleported into the opening, and they head towards the Soul King's palace. And the chapter ends with Ichigo yelling out Ishida, and that's basically it, really. The chapter, well, the action was very little in this one, which is a shame because I really wanted to see the 6-on-8 battle, which I hope we will eventually, but I don't know, because next week's chapter, for all we know, is Ichigo is going to find out a way to get to the Soul King's palace. Maybe he'll go back the same way he did, but I don't know how. I mean, he does have his own version of the Oken, but somebody has to like create a gateway for him to go through all those 72 layers of the barriers. I know that Yuha is strong. Yuha is strong, obviously. Hashfault also strong. Uryuu, well, I really have no idea because we haven't actually seen him fight, at least not that, unless that one time you counted the Fullbringer arc. But I don't know if these three are enough to take on Squad Zero and the Soul King. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but this does give them an excuse for them to actually be a part of this invasion. So we might get to see the Squad Zero fighting against these three, which will be pretty cool. Although I think they might bring reinforcements with them, I highly doubt it because we only saw those three entering into the light and heading towards the Soul King's palace. I watched Checking 101's video, and he did point out that there are 3 other Stern Reachers remaining that we don't know. In fact, there are only like 6 letters that we still don't know. W, X, C, L, M, and N. M, I think it was Pepe, which we still don't know what it's called, but I believe it's called Mind Control. Inspector Quincy Gordon, he could be C, he could be L, I really have no idea. So there are 3 unknown Stern Reachers. 3 other Stern Reachers that we still don't know. I believe, yeah, because Shaz Domino, we didn't know his letter, and he just died instantly. So yeah, 3 other Stern Reachers, no idea when they're gonna show up. This chapter, I thought it was okay. I just wish that it could pick up the pace in terms of the plot and the action, even though, yeah, it was little, but it was pretty cool. I don't know, like, what is going to happen next chapter. Maybe we're going to see what Ichigo is going to do to head towards the Soul King's palace. Maybe we'll get to see the 6-on-8 Quincy Stern Reacher Shinigami battle. Or maybe we'll get to see Ichigo go up to Chad Norihime or something. Or bring back the freaking Quincy. Or, no, not the freaking Quincy. What the hell am I saying? I'm rambling. I'm just saying, like, maybe we'll get to see Grimjow or something, or the Hollow Rancor army. I think the only Iran cards that we know that are alive so far are Haibals Fracciones, Gantenbein Masquera. There's still Nell's still alive. Nell and her Fraction. Uh, and Grimjow definitely, and those two bitches, Lolly and Menely. I hope they're not with them because they're complete eyes and dick suckers, and I just want them dead. It's true! They worship Aizen like they want to suck on his dick! And I don't want them to be back. I'm just saying. So yeah, that's basically all I can possibly say about this chapter. It was okay, but I really wish it could have been better. So let's see what is going on in the comments. Give me a sec here. This is taking a while. Yeah, YouTube actually changed their formats again. I don't know why they did it, but they did. Okay, so I got no comments. You know what? That's fine. That makes this all easier for me. So I'm just gonna end it right there. Overall, this chapter, it was okay. It could have been better. They shouldn't have dragged out the Ichigo / Uryuu confrontation and just pick up the pace, please, Kubo. They're starting to become really slow and really fast reads. And hopefully we'll get to learn what was going on with Chanrihime, or we'll get to see the Shinigami and Quincy fighting. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Who knows what's going to happen next week's chapter. So tell me, guys, what do you think of this week's chapter of Bleach? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Any ideas of what's going to happen next week? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video as always and subscribe for more. And with that being said, I will catch you guys later. Bye.